Hey, thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. It is Taylor Bridges here with another review, a new show, Life After Lockup. I'm so excited. I have been watching Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Life After Lockup, all of them since season 1, episode 1. Like since the beginning. So I'm super excited to finally get to review a new season. But I've been waiting because I wanted to catch it at the beginning. I started my channel earlier this year, so I haven't had the chance to review it yet. But here we are. So we have Life After Lockup, season 4, episode 41. Is what it's labeled on the site that I'm watching it on, even though it's like episode 1 for us, but I'm just gonna call it what they call it online. The episode is titled Habitual Offenders. I'm super excited. We have Taylor and Chance this season. I'm like, I could have done without them, but Chance is entertaining. Justine and Michael. Let's see if Michael gets a job. Amber and Puppy. I cannot stand Amber. I'm sick of seeing her. She was just dead wrong last season for just going behind Puppy's back, speaking to her dude's ex-wife. She's filing fake. Then she put her hands on her. Girl, bye. F you. Monique and Derek, they're the stars of the show. Welcome back. Sean and Sarah. All I know is Destiny better not pop up. Lindsay and Blaine, absolutely not. Lindsay is garbage. Brittany and Marcelino are going to pop up at some point, but they should not. We do not care anymore. I could have taken Deontay. I could have taken the Mormon lady that's obsessed with her husband from LA. Is he like Andrea? I could have taken them, but I would have preferred them, or like a Deontay. He don't have a new jailbird to talk to, or even a totally new couple. But Brittany and Marcelino, they need to go. Lindsay and Blaine, not interested. Puppy and Amber is getting old. I'm not interested in seeing Puppy's sad story anymore. Like, that's just it. Sean is still slow. So what's new? But we're going to give the season a shot. You know, we always support. Look, it doesn't matter. We're going to watch it. I'm going to watch it anyway. Starting with Lindsay and Blaine, she's pathetic. Lindsay is pathetic. Lindsay is trash. The way we've seen her raggedy behind treat people on this show, I am not going light on her at all this season. But at least she's actually on the show so far with someone she seems to like for once. And she does look much better and healthier. You know, in her confessional, she put on some weight. I think she looked really good. They're at an attorney's office to get updates on Blaine's charges. He has 2 indictments involving meth, a firearm, and hydrocodone. He's a repeat offender, and he's looking at a lot of time. And he has warrants. But he didn't tell Lindsay any of this. He did not tell Lindsay he was a habitual offender. And she wants to get upset because he lied about his charges and warrants and all that stuff. And all I could think is karma has entered the scene. Starring Life After Lockup, starring Karma. We're only 10 minutes in the episode at this point, and Karma is looking like the main character of the episode for your ass, Lindsay. This is exactly what your behind get. I understand why she's upset for sure, though, but I have no sympathy or empathy to give her because she's been a complete terror to some really good people that have tried to look out for her and help her. So no sympathy. She storms out crying. Whatever. The lawyer says he's not lifting a finger on this case for anything less than $15,000. I don't blame him. Blaine is a straight up thug. So to support a thug, I'm gonna need $15,000, you thug. She's distressed over having to pay his lawyer fees and not having any money left over. And I'm like, I'm glad you know how it tastes, Lindsay. Now you know what it's like to throw money away at a criminal who keeps landing their behind back in trouble. You know exactly what it feels like now. She lied saying she picked Blaine essentially over Deontay because he was better for her. And She actually said, after finding out about all this stuff with Blaine that's going on, she actually said, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be lied to. And that was so laughable to me that I don't even have a comment. The joke wrote itself. The joke wrote itself. Now she's back to her crackhead behavior because she did not get her way. She is a ticking time bomb. And I knew this whole fake, happy, life is better with Blaine. We're doing great. We have a house and we're, Miley Grace is my world. And I'm just so happy. Girl, bye. You're still crazy as hell. And y'all are trauma bonding because y'all are crackheads. Both of y'all. Derek and Monique, the stars of the show. They just are. They just carried the season. They carried last season. They're here again. I'm excited. Hoping some things change. Let's take a deep breath. Let me, because it's about to be a whole thing with Derek and Monique. Derek is in the store with his sisters. He's looking for a nice gift for Monique since he had sex with another girl. That's how we're starting. Okay. He says he had sex with another woman because it was a gray area. He didn't know where him and Monique stood. You can believe that all you want. If y'all believe that, I have some air on sale that I would love to sell you. His sisters do tell him, though, that he's going to have to get her more than just a candle. I'm glad they know that much. Monique is in the car with her sisters talking about Derek. Monique is a pretty woman. Like, it is what it is. Like, she's a pretty woman. She always keeps herself up. And though her clothes aren't always very flattering, she does put a good amount of effort into her hair and her makeup. Her skin is popping. And she seems like a nice girl sometimes. Like, yes, she has an attitude problem. But let's be real. She's probably on the defense because of people constantly coming for her and her obesity. Like, for real. Like, it doesn't make it right, but the fat jokes get old, you know, especially since Monique sees in the mirror what we see when we look at her. She knows she is fat. From my standpoint, if the trans sister is going to keep fat shaming her, then she needs to be prepared for the smoke that can come her way. Because during combat, people usually choose the most obvious weapon. So just like she keeps pulling that fat card because that's the most obvious weapon, sis, you being trans is the most obvious card to pull. Doesn't make it right or wrong. Just talking about what it's like during combat. And you starting it, sis. Like, you wrong road. I'm not gonna lie though. I want so badly for Monique to just have one line ready. One line ready for those sisters in case her back is up against the wall. Just to shut them up one good time so they know who they messing with. Like, just one solid, harsh, truthful read on camera to they black behinds. And it sounds mean, but they've been just doing too much. They've been bullying this lady simply because she's fat. Like, imagine that, right? Like, I wonder where else we've seen this parallel. Not the black people who understand being bullied or discriminated against because of the color of their skin, turning around and bullying somebody else off rip because of their weight. That's insane. So yes, Monique has an attitude quite often when she's around them because they probably strike up anxiousness in her. They come for her. They already ready to spew out this fat stuff. Like, she gets defensive and tense because she expects some BS to go down. And on top of that, she's outnumbered. They pick on her like the losers they are. And the trans sister should understand the best because she's being a bully to Monique. But sis, have you not been bullied among the very peers you've wanted acceptance from? I can guarantee that she has been bullied by some of the members of I can guarantee she's been bullied by some of the very peers she's craved acceptance from. You treat people how you want to be treated, period. And I don't even care for Monique. at all. I love Monique for the show. I do not like her. I do not like Monique like that at all. But they need to stop treating this woman like this. Like, there's much more to Monique than being fat. How about the fact that Monique seems like she got herself together? She stays in a vehicle, whether she in Derek's hometown or she back home. She ain't mentioned spending her last dime to be with him. So far, she doesn't have any kids. She keeps herself done up. She's devoted and faithful, and she's pretty. But if we were to get into the appearance of Derek's sisters, that would be a whole issue. Because they assume they're appealing. Like, I don't know why. If anything, Derek's sisters are, appearance-wise, at more of an advantage, and they still lose. That's what sucks. Like, y'all are fair to light skin. You know, there's still some idiots who think, you know, someone is more attractive because they're lighter. Y'all are small to average physically, and y'all are still hideous. Both of y'all. Like, okay, like y'all look a mess. The gutter, like the first sister, the one, the braces, the horrible blonde wig with the nasty lashes, the nasty attitude to match. It's a no. It's too much going on there. There's that. And what are you wearing? In the scene in this store with Derek, what are you wearing? Like, she literally looks like a stripper. It's like cheap hooker vibes. And I'm not sure. Okay. I can imagine it's mean to say the other sister, the trans sister, that she looks like a man. But honestly speaking, that's what she looks like. If she was not like from their standpoint, Monique is fat, and old girl look like a man. That's it. Like, it's just that simple. I have no issue, me personally, with anybody being trans. I don't care. I'm just saying what I see. I'm saying what I see. You call Monique fat all you want. Do you understand that you look like a man? Even if you were not trans, you give a masculine tease. Your clothes, your hair, your makeup, not flattering. And you can actually learn a couple beauty tips and tricks from Monique while you plan. Okay? Like, I'm only passionate about this because I really hate bullies. Dish what you can take. And let's not forget that it's Derek who barely likes his sisters, his doggone self. He's the one who told them not to be at the prison when he got released. He's the one who told Monique to keep driving in a high-speed chase when everybody but Derek assumed it was his sisters following them. He let us believe he was trying to get away from them. He's the one who said they are unreliable and they didn't show up for him while he's in prison. He's the one who told Monique to drive off from the picnic, even if it meant running over his sisters. So having all this smoke for this lady with your nose in the air, let me bring you down to earth real quick. You're not that. Your own brother is the one who doesn't really like you, but he's letting Monique, but he's letting them take it out on Monique, which isn't manly or protective, in my opinion. Monique found out about the cheating that Derek was doing due to having access to his call and text log. Monique, no. Get you some business, get you a hobby. You sitting around obsessing over what Derek is doing is not the move, sis. Especially if this dude don't have a job. Could you imagine? Could you imagine having real responsibilities and you got real responsibilities in your name, and you up here obsessing over what a dude who don't have anything to do with his time is doing? But Monique is insecure and naive. The sisters hate the relationship. One of the sisters even says she doesn't like the relationships where the man is shorter than the woman. You sound stupid. Let's see your man, sis. Let's see your man. You sound dumb. I can't stand those sisters. Monique calls and then they try to start something saying she called them hoes. And I'm like, I really hope this season they plan on reconciling. Because it's getting old. Derek, you're full of it. Monique looks really cute, all dressed up for the date with Derek. When she shows up, he has some flowers and some candles for her. He's insistent that he only made the one mistake since he's been out. And did he cheat with a correctional officer lady? But either way, I don't believe it's been one woman. That's that. Monique suggests sitting down with his sisters and trying to get on common ground finally. And I agree. Like, this tension is just, it's stupid. And it's unnecessary. Then Monique says she's late on her period. Like, how long has it even been since she's seen Derek? But either way, I don't believe it one bit. If it comes true, fine. But otherwise, please try another storyline. It's not working. Michael and Justine are taking the kids to self-defense class. Justine always has a stank look on her face. Like, always. We know they're pregnant, even though they collectively have 7 children that they're not wholly responsible for at the moment. It is nice for the young boy Santana to have the attention and assistance of a male figure like Michael to assist with learning to defend himself. And I think that's really important for him to experience. And not to be a downer, but this is valuable time and precious moments that should also be given to his own children. Like, I'm just saying, he's been in prison. So what self-defense or life lessons have you taught your own seeds while you're out here raising some other man's kids? She says she doesn't trust Michael with her current children, but she trusts him with the kid they're about to have. I'm staring in confusion. Bozo. She's getting emotional thinking about her mistakes and choices as it pertains to having all of those kids, the men she chose, the stability and the attention she wasn't able to give the kids. And I think those are some reasonable thoughts that she's having. And I'm like, if she's crying about this, her mom must have an ocean to fill. Because she's the one who catches all the pieces that Justine can't carry on her own. But now you do all of this to be carrying a newborn with a dude that just got out of prison. Like, you crying, but you ain't learned nothing at all. And now you want sympathy. Girl, bye. Are Justine and Michael going to do the matchy thing all season? But I will say, I do love that Justine is fresh-faced in her confessionals and throughout the season. To me, that's the definition of a baddie. Just naturally beautiful. She doesn't have to do much. She's confident in her natural beauty enough to wear it in the, like, glam moments. Like, that's confident AF. To be in glam moments and still be fresh-faced. We were at Sarah and Sean. Lord. She has had the baby. She looks great. She's put a little weight on. She's been clean. And I like Sarah. It's Sean that's the loser. She's dressed in lingerie and she has his sex swing to get some romantic time with him. But he's being dry per usual. And I'm thinking Sarah is way too hot for Sean. She's a cutie. I don't know what Sean looks like. I don't know what he looks like. Nothing appealing, but he's making her feel unwanted ever since she had the baby. We're briefly reminded that Sean has a bunch of kids, 8 to be specific, with his deadbeat behind. And I think he should be lucky that Sarah even wants somebody like him. Sarah Moms comes over to watch the baby while she goes to the grocery store real quick, but she's getting all dressed up, doing her hair and her makeup. So her mom is suspicious, rightfully so. And turns out that Sarah's actually going to go meet up with her eldest child's father. And I do want to criticize Sarah for doing this. We're going to have to wait, though. But truthfully, Sean has done way worse. And it also depends on Sarah's intentions in this meeting. She could say one thing in the confessional, but I'm going to judge her on what I actually see when she shows up. Are they going to be flirting? Is there some type of ulterior motive to get back together? We'll see. Okay, we move to Puppy and Amber, and I'm not so interested in them. I immediately tense up when their scenes come on, just because it's just always, I'm just waiting for something traumatic to occur, to be honest. Like, I don't like it. Amber is fake, she's sneaky, and she's opportunistic, and Puppy is a hot mess and needs constant rescuing. And I do feel sympathy for Puppy, though. She's a product of her environment. Pardon me. I'm sorry. Apparently I'm tired. Puppy's a product of her environment, but I do believe she has a good heart. Just from what I've seen on the show, she has a big heart and she seems extremely caring. Puppy and her man are $50,000 in debt due to his pending divorce, losing their house, and the whole lifestyle they're trying to keep up. But remember, he didn't want Puppy working. Before him, Puppy couldn't even keep a job to save her life. So technically, even though they're $50,000 in debt, Puppy is way worse off because she doesn't have the wherewithal to make something happen for herself. But y'all so broke, but only have one person working. Seems to me that Puppy needs to get up and go ring up some lettuce and milk at the nearest grocery store for a check. That's what it seems to me. And then once both adults are working, y'all can revisit the status of y'all finances. Y'all must like living in poverty because it really don't seem that difficult to me. It seems like Puppy can, out of $50,000 in debt, Puppy can at least go to work and make $30,000 to $40,000 of that at somebody's grocery store. That's how I see it. Amber and TC are still good. She's had the procedure to end her pregnancy. So she's been coping with that. She's feeling all depressed. And I don't like Amber for the life of me. But I do give her grace and empathy, grace and sympathy in this moment because that seems like a pretty difficult experience for somebody to endure. Amber calls TC to come pick her up from the bar since she's lit. And I'm like, that's a great call, Amber. She lets him know that Puppy is coming to sleep on the couch and he's not with it. I don't blame him. Technically, this man wants peace in his home, not all this drama. And these two together come with drama. And also, Puppy is absolutely right. She sent Amber to her mom's house when Amber got released. And because of Puppy, Amber had a warm bed and roof over her head immediately getting out of prison. So Puppy does expect the same courtesy from Amber. But we're going to bring the ball back to this side of the court. Okay? Because Puppy has to realize that y'all are grown now. Y'all have relationships and there's kids involved and all kinds of stuff. It's okay to be responsible for yourself. And it's not Amber's place. It's TC's. Hell, Amber has to make sure her own key works before trying to get somebody else in. And if he doesn't want you there, Amber can fuss with him over it, but his say is final. Just like it is over at your house, Puppy. Eric's say is final. TC finally makes it to the bar. He says he's not with the bullish. But TC, you chose to be with Amber, a former jailbird. People like Puppy are who Amber rocks with. So judging Puppy like you have a trophy prize next to you in Amber is laughable. TC accuses Puppy and her mom and her man Eric of being drug dealers. And it's like, obviously. I just don't understand why this is being talked about on camera. Come on, TC. All in all, they do this awkward group hug and, Puppy carries her tail into an Uber. And I'm like, good. I wouldn't want all that commotion at my house either if I were TC. He was probably on the couch, relaxing, chilling. Then he got this call from Amber to come pick her drunk behind up. And I don't blame. That needs to be it for the evening. Okay? I'm not getting off my comfortable couch, pausing my show, taking off my robe to throw on some sweats, a hoodie, and some slides, getting in my car, possibly needing to wait for the car to warm up, depending on the time of year it is. Come get your drunk behind just so y'all can bring the loudness home and keep the drama party going. Make it a part two. No, thank you. Your friend can find her way back home. I'll put her in an Uber. No worries. She can't do it. I'll do it. I'll put her in the car. She ain't coming with me though. She gonna get home. She'll be fine. Taylor and Chance. Chance has maxed out all of his credit cards. Remember last season when they were on, he got out of prison with his high credit score because he hadn't used his credit yet. So he went and bought everything his credit would allow him to, like a jackass. And that's white privilege. White privilege for you. Only a white man can come out of prison with more opportunities than what he went in with. And when we not talking about opportunities that were due to him from educating himself and bettering himself in prison. Okay? Crazy. Chance and Taylor are nickeling and diming to pay the bills. She's pregnant. She already has 2 or 3 kids. And this feels like poverty on my TV screen. This looks like poverty on my TV screen, and I don't want to see it. Taylor was literally better off before Chance came in the picture. He's put the family in much more debt than first what they started with and what Taylor even knows about. Chance's phone is ringing, and he's lying about not answering. And when he says, I don't answer the phone on weekends, he's lying. But why is Taylor so pressed about who it is on the line? It's his phone. It rang and he didn't answer it. It's really that simple. Like me, I don't answer calls all the time, especially if I'm in the middle of talking with my man or spending time with him. It's nothing secretive. I'm just not answering the phone right now. So, first episode, y'all, it was okay. It was mid. It was getting us back in the fold. I'm ready to see things pop off, some action, something going on. I'm ready for Monique and the sisters to meet up. I'm ready for them to reconcile. Ready to see what's going to happen with Sarah and her ex. We're going to see. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. If you'll be so kind, please like, comment, subscribe, and come back and visit me. I'll be reviewing the whole season. Thank you so much. Bye.